Genesis 23. And Sarah was 170 or 107 and 20 years old. These were the years of the life of Sarah. Sarah had died in Kirjatharb, the same as Hebron in the land of Canaan, and Abraham came to mourn Sarah and to weep for her. Abraham stood up from before his dead and spake unto his son of Heath, saying, I am a stranger and a sojourner with you. Give me a possession of a burying place with you, that I may bury my dead out of my sight. And the children of Heath answered Abraham, saying unto him, Hear us, my lord, thou art a mighty prince among us. In the choice of our sepulchres bury thy dead. None of us shall withhold from thee his sepulchre, but thou may bury thy dead. And Abraham stood and bowed himself to the people of the land, even to the children of Heath, and he communed with them, saying, If it be your mind that you should bury my dead out of my sight, hear me, and entreat for me to Ephron the son of Zohar, that he may give me the cave of Malcheth, which he hath, which he is in the end of his field, for as much money as it's worth. He shall give it to me for a possession of burying place amongst you. And Ephron dwelt amongst the children of Heath, and Ephron the Hittite answered Abraham in the audience of the children of Heath, even of that went into the gate of his city, saying, Nay, my lord, hear me. The field I give thee, and the cave that is therein I give thee. In the presence of the sons of my people I give thee, bury thy dead. And Abraham bowed down himself before the people of the land, and he spoke unto Ephron in the audience of the people of the land, saying, But if thou wilt give it, I pray thee, hear me. I give thee money for the field. Take it of me, and I will bury my dead there. Ephron answered Abraham, saying unto him, My lord, hearken unto me. The land is worth 400 shekels of silver. What is that betwixt me and thee? Bury thy dead. Bury therefore thy dead. Abraham hearkened unto Ephron, and Abraham weighed to Ephron the silver which he had named in the audience of the sons of Heath, 400 shekels of silver, current money with the merchant. And the field of Ephron, which was in Malacheth, which was before Mamre, the field and the cave which was therein, and all the trees that were in the field that were in the borders round about, were made unto Abraham for possession of the presence of the children. And before all that went into the gate of his city, and all after this, Abraham buried Sarah, his wife, in the cave of the field of Machpelah before Mamre. The same is Hebron in the land of Canaan, and the field of the cave that is therein were made sure unto Abraham for a possession of burying place by the son of Heth. Genesis 23 marks a somber, deeply emotional transition in the Abrahamic narrative following the cosmic highs stakes testaments of chapter 22. Testings of chapter 22 on Mount Moriah. Chapter 23 brings us face to face with the inevitable human reality of grief, aging, and morality. This chapter records the death of Sarah at the age of 127. On the surface, it reads as a tedious, drawn-out real estate negotiation between Abraham and a local tribe over a burial plot. But to an ancient Near Eastern reader, this transaction was explosive, foundational legal victory. By chapter 23, Abraham has been wandering through the promised land for more than 60 years, and God has repeatedly promised him, "To thy seed I will give you this land." Abraham is immensely wealthy with livestock, gold, and private security forces, yet when his beloved wife dies in Hebron, the context exposes a jarring reality. Abraham does not legally own a single square inch of the dirt. When he stands up from weeping over Sarah's body, he has to approach local inhabitants, the sons of Heth, to humbly state, "I am a stranger and a sojourner with you. Give me possession of burying place with you, that I may bury the dead out of my sight." The Hittites respond politely, calling Abraham a mighty prince and offering to let him use any of their choice sculptures for free, sepulchres for free. This sounds generous, but Abraham knows it's a legal trap. If he accepts a free burial plot or borrows their land, he remains completely dependent on their goodwill. The moment a new generation takes over, they could easily evict his family or claim bodies. Abraham doesn't want charity, he wants permanent, unaccessible deed of absolute ownership. Abraham specifies exactly what he wants: the cave of Malekith, which belongs to a wealthy local named Ephron of Hittite. Abraham insists on paying full price by forcing Abraham to buy the entire field along with the cave. Ephron shifts the tax and maintenance burdens over to Abraham. Abraham gladly pays an incredibly steep premium price, 400 shekels of silver, without a single complaint, just to ensure the contract is perfectly locked down. This transaction takes place publicly at the city gate in the presence of witnesses. Why does the authority of Genesis spend the entire chapter detailing this ancient real estate closing? Because the plot of land becomes a very first legal foothold anchored in a written commercial receipt that the chosen family ever owns in the promised land. It is a physical down payment on God's massive geographic promise. After the purchase is complete, Abraham buries Sarah inside a dark limestone cave. This is a single site, the cave of Malekith in Hebron, instantly become the geographical anchor for the entire remainder of the book of Genesis. It serves as an official family vault. As you keep reading the biblical narrative, watch who insists on being carried back to this exact burial site alongside Sarah. Abraham himself, Genesis 25, their son Isaac, his wife Rebekah, Genesis 35 and 49, their grandson Jacob and his wife Leah, Genesis 50. Even when the family later migrates down to Egypt and spends generations in slavery, their hearts remain anchored to the specific 400 shekel plot of dirt in Hebron. By buying this tomb, Abraham demonstrates ultimate faith. He is declaring that even in death, his family permanently rooted in the promises of God.